We cannot imagine our everyday lives without paraffin derivatives. No doubt that mankind cannot develop without paraffin so much as it does. Hydrocarbons not only make our lives easier, but in certain cases they can cause a lot of annoyance, even disasters. Of course, with the powerful contribution of humans. Human errors cannot be excluded, but the harmful effects of consequences can be minimalized. Even in certain cases, they can be reduced to zero. In the following sentences, you can get acquainted with the result of such a development, which helps in crisis to set back the original status as soon as possible. This material is called Exoline oil stop. During long years of research, our company has found the best features of this white powder, and now you can get to know these qualities. Our first experiment shows the hydrophobe quality of Exoline oil stop adsorbent. The grains of the material have a diameter of 5 microns and great surface tension. This tension causes that Exoline oil stop is able to keep away water from each material which is covered with it. For the experiment we need a little water, a minimum quantity of Exoline oil stop, a stick of match and of course oil. The hydrophobe feature of the material can be seen mostly in such an experiment when we have to protect a very wet, sensitive match from the water which catches fire with sensible difficulty in humid air because its porosity structure imbibes the humidity of the air. Put the head of the matchstick into the water, then try to make it wet and make it unsuitable for usage. The Exoline sprinkled on water makes it possible that the matchstick put in the water can stay suitable for usage. If we pour any oil on the water sprinkled with Exoline, the adsorbent starts to imbibe the oil immediately. 1.7 gram of Exoline oil stop adsorbent is offered to 1 gram of oil. The process takes place within an hour, but this can be accelerated by moving the water. After 1 or 2 minutes, it can be seen that the oil sinters to its fifth, and then later it sinks. Only the clean water remains in the bowl, besides the lumpy oil, which can be now taken out. Now you can see the practical usage in which we are modeling an oil disaster, when crude oil gets on the surface of the water and closes the living beings from the surface. You can see well the thick oil layer which does not give the chance to any living being to survive the catastrophe. What can we do then? We have to put Exoline oil stop on the oil, taking into consideration the proportion given above. It can be seen that the adsorbent immediately locks in the oil floating on the surface of the water. In this case, we help the absorption with mixing, and after 1-2 minutes, we can experience the same as in the case above. The oil is cohering in the water, and the water surface gets rid of the contamination. Exoline oil stop imbibes the oil for good, and sinks. As it never drops out of the Exoline oil stop, it does not pollute the environment, but of course, it is possible to take it out. We put a filter in the next bowl, which shows how easy it is to remove the covered material after the interaction between the oil and the Exoline oil stop passes off. For the next test, we pour water into a glass, but now we contaminate the surface with motor oil when we try to exempt it with Exoline oil stop. We have to regard the right proportion of the Exoline oil stop because it will have the right consistence as in the above mentioned case, which can be taken out easily. If we change the proportion, for example, decrease the proportion of the added Exoline oil stop, then although the imbibed oil remains on the surface of the water, it can be also taken out, but with another technology. The result is the same as above, a mixture fully separable from the water and the clean water itself. The question can be asked, what can we use the high oil content mixture taken out from the water for? Firstly, the oil can be regained with the right centrifuging technology. The dollop can be used for heating. And if we talk about fire, it is also worth mentioning that the same weight Exoline oil stop has 170 times bigger surface than the sand, and it is excellent for firefighting. And this is not all. The oil can be removed from hard surfaces with Exoline oil stop, even if it is a wet or dry surface. So this material can serve transportation and the car and motorsports as well. Here is an opportunity. Even if we cannot fully exclude catastrophes, there is a moment after the last when we can minimize the not wished consequences.